collaboratively with school districts, with teachers, with paraprofessionals of students with visual impairments. We travel to different schools, different classrooms. We adapt materials, make them accessible to the children.
She gives me materials for school, and she also comes in twice a week to teach me things with JAWS and Word and figure and new things with the Braille note too.
I'm more scared of you than you are of him, right?
As a teacher of the visually impaired, my contribution to the IEP is to be the member of the team that understands the student's visual impairment and the implications to the child's or the student's education. There are some basic bits and pieces of paperwork that have to be included, that the teacher, the visually impaired, is responsible, whether your student has an instructional goal or not.
The TVI's relationship with the parents is similar to that of the school. We work collaboratively with the parents, with the families. We talk with the families, ask them their concerns, their needs, strengths, challenges for their child. We try to provide information to the families to help them adapt their environments at home so that the students are able to travel safely and securely around their home.
And she's a wonderful lady who goes to Raven's school because she's going to a public education, which is harder for kids who have vision impairment because she'll be in a regular class with regular kids trying to do regular things. So Karen O'Brien is going to make sure that Raven gets all the accommodations so she can do her math and she can learn how to read.
Whether it's trying to get to and from an office, to and from a bathroom, trying to get to the location itself. It could involve getting the transportation to get to a destination. It can mean something as simple as paying attention to the landmarks around you. Because the vision is diminished, it's also paying attention to all your other senses. When I go to IEP meetings, my role is as the mobility therapist. I am part of the team, so we all make those team decisions. If the student needs to learn, how to get around the school, I'm going to be the first one who asks for a schedule. I'm going to be the first one to make certain demands to make sure my client is as safe as can be.
Vocational rehabilitation, we work collaboratively together to help the students make that transition from education, from school, from secondary school to either post-secondary, whether it's going to be college, vocational training, or whatever they decide is their employment goal.
I also participated at Mission Transition at Wesley College, and it was a real learning experience because it really simulates what you're going to go through when you're first entering college. And we speak with representatives from different colleges so we can learn how they accommodate their students with visual impairments.
We teach adaptive skills and techniques for people who are visually impaired and blind. Our workers mainly go into the home and provide services, or we have a skills center at both locations, Milford and Newcastle, where they do training with individuals in performing activities of daily living. So together they do an assessment and they determine what those goals are. And with training or the provision of a device, they accomplish their goals.
1, 2, 3, yoga!
Capabilities is an educational sports camp for students in Delaware ages 5 through 21. Capabilities is part of an international model of sports camps that serve students with visual impairments throughout the world. Each camp has sort of its own little flavor. What makes Capabilities Delaware special is we serve the youngest population of students. Most of the other camps start at 7 or 9 years old. We start at 5. And we also take place in a state park. Delaware has a lot of state parks, and it is the perfect setting for our kids to be involved in sport and also get out of their typical settings.
Ready, swing. Nice! That was a very good hit. Good job, bud.
My experience has been good. At first, I thought it wasn't going to be fun or anything, but I had fun. I did things that I didn't do, I didn't know about, sports I didn't know about.
Stand in front of you or giving them to you in your hand.
The Braille Enrichment Learning and Literacy Program is for ages 4 to 12, and we focus on Braille literacy as well as independent living, orientation and mobility. So we go on field trips, we do arts and crafts. We've also focused on ways of daily living, such as pouring, spreading. We've done an activity where the kids got to paint clay pots. We do arts and crafts. Pretty much, we make it fun, but educational all the same.
I think that if you are an individual with a visual impairment, that DVI is a very important resource to have. It's been a very important resource in my life, and it makes things more normal, because when you have the technology that they're providing and you have the advice that they're giving and the services that they're providing, you're able to get through your day-to-day life easier, and it's less of a struggle.